Hey guys, welcome back to another Tekken 8 character gameplay reveal, trailer, reaction, video, and other words I can use to lengthen this intro. So I know that in the last video I stated that I would not react to the Jun Kazama reveal trailer, but sometimes adults lie. But no, in all seriousness, I figured she would be the most unique of all the characters we've seen thus far because she hasn't been in very many games, and we haven't seen her in a while since Tag Tournament 2. So if freshness is what I'm looking for, which was sort of my complaint initially with the Jack reveal trailer, then I should probably react to this one. And as you guys can see, this literally just dropped a matter of minutes ago. For the record, I don't know anything at all about this character, so I'll have nothing of value to contribute to the conversation. It'll purely be a noob reacting. I do like the stage, though. I love the stage. It looks very nice. Very alive, very verdant. Her design looks nice. It always does.
Get ready for the next battle.
Light of Hope. I like this one.
Jun Kazama.
I'm seeing some stuff that's familiar from Tag 2. Some stuff that's brand new like that. What was that? For that beam of light? Yeah, okay. There's a character unique Kazuya interaction. We get a sense of Kazuya implementing more of his devil abilities during the course of fights without being enraged. Oh, okay, so that was in the one of the earlier trailers. That's actually her rage art. She sort of stuns you with light. Okay. So look, I gotta be real. Very difficult for me to get super hyped about this because, as I said before, not familiar with the character whatsoever. Some of the things I recognized from her moveset in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Other things were clearly new. She seems to be utilizing actual light. So what we'll do now is we will play in a slow motion and see if we can draw any sort of information from this. So another thing that interested me when it came to looking into this trailer was maybe seeing a new character, which didn't happen, but probably seeing a new stage, which did happen. New in the sense that, you know, it's not that we haven't seen it before, but we haven't seen much of it. So we have this sort of wooded wilderness with like animals and maybe something of a shrine in the background. It looks nice. Like Jun Kazama's stage in Tekken Tag 2, it's very bright, sort of serene. And I wish they would actually play the tracks for the stages instead of sort of like this one track for every character reveal trailer. Because Tekken's always really good with soundtracks, and I'd be interested to see what this one sounds like. Like what sort of instrumentation they use to exude like her sort of serene, benevolent element. So actually, I do want to go back, but I don't want to go back too far. Seeing as how I'm using the Xbox to conduct this analysis. But I do like her outfit. Her outfit's been really nice for a long time now. It was very simple in the first couple games she was in, but like when Tag 2 came out, they did a really good job with her outfit. This one's good as well. I like her tagline, Light of Hope. Simple, short, sweet, and very telling when it comes to her as a person. Yeah, I like the design. I like it. They've gone with a very, I guess I want to say muted, but very, a very subtle color palette with this Tekken game. A lot of black, white, like again, muted colors. Nothing too bright and flashy like they may have in Tekken 7. All right, she strikes a bit of a pose in between these combos. It gives me the impression that she has a stance. Not to say that she didn't have one before. I just don't know. So the pose is there, and then she follows up with a move. So I think it's safe to assume Jun Kazama has a stance. That's her regular kick. That's a nice little move. I'm curious as to how often she could utilize the beams of light that launch the opponent. So that's a useful property there. So with the Jin gameplay trailer, we saw that Jin became much more of a dynamic character. He's doing a lot of flips and stuff. And it looks uncharacteristic for him, but for her it makes sense because she's always been that way. But then I guess you can justify Jin's new dynamic abilities by the fact that he is supposed to be utilizing the Kazama style art. Okay, so that's interesting. She stood with her arms outward at her side, and I believe that's a stance. She kind of did that earlier in this video as well. Okay. So it looks as though she has one or two stances. The one... Oh, or maybe there's just one, because she kind of did the same thing there. Yeah, that, or maybe that's just sort of the startup of the move. That could be a number of things. It's interesting, though. I'm curious about that. And I like how there's the unique interactions between characters based off of their relationships. She'll obviously have one with Kazuya. So you were alive all along. Yeah, because we were supposed to believe she was dead up to this point. I wonder what his feelings toward her are, because we generally don't see Kazuya as a loving, romantic character. So I wonder what sort of influence she'll have on him. I think it's also nice that you get just a bit of aging in her face. Not very much, but one of the problems with Tekken is the characters never really look their age, and she looks a little bit older. Kazuya definitely looks older. Because they kind of all look the same age as their kids. That was an issue before. Yeah, we get to see how he can implement his devil mechanic into some of his other moves without having to go into rage mode or something. It's a temporary thing. And Jin essentially does the same thing. We can see that from his gameplay trailer as well. Even being knocked back, he had wings. That was interesting. Didn't notice that before. That's 1 + 2, 2 from Kazuya. I will say this about her outfit. I like how, for the most part, it's form-fitting, but otherwise it has elements that kind of billow. Okay, I question tracking in this game, because he sidestepped that hit pretty well. Oh, okay, so initially I thought that Kazuya had wings come from him when she hit him, but that's not the case. There are birds or crows that sort of emanate from her attacks. That's interesting. Seeing as how they showed like a dove or some other white bird interacting with her before, now we get these black birds that were part of her outfit, I want to say, in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. So there's birds that come out when she hits him. And the birds kind of elevate him. Okay, so the birds and these like light attacks elevate or launch the opponent. Love the animations in this game. I will say this, so far, of the two females they've shown up to this point, she seems to be the more interesting to me. I don't generally play with female characters, but if I had to pick one between the two that have been confirmed to be in the game, I'd probably go with Jun Kazama. She looks to be the most interesting in my opinion. You leave me no other choice. Alright, so I like how there's like a reluctance in her attacks. At least when it comes to that line that she just said then. We will cleanse this world of its evil and corruption. Yeah, so her rage art isn't even just like a pure act of violence. It's her cleansing you. I like that. Again, they're doing a good job of like underscoring the unique personalities of all the characters in this game versus other Tekken games. Yeah, so it's safe to assume that she's not hurting them, but that they're getting hurt because they are consumed by evil. She didn't really hit or attack him in any sort of way. All alone, let me be your solace. Yeah, I like how she's sort of the angel in this series, despite the fact that we had an angel character. But Tekken 8 has made it clear they're willing to take elements from other characters and infuse them in existing characters. We saw Prototype Jack and Gigas in Jack. We see traces of Armor King in King. Devil Jin in Jin. So I'm sure they took elements of Angel's character and infused them with Jun Kazama. So all in all, good trailer. We're going to watch it one more time at full speed. Yeah, I love this stage.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger. Jun Kazama.
Yeah, I like this whole sort of angelic, celestial, purifying aura that they've attributed to this character. And the character models look so much better in this game than they did in Tekken 7. They look gross in Tekken 7 by comparison. Like for me personally, Tekken 7 was a bit of a letdown when it came to visuals. Again, the sound effects in this game are really good at like exemplifying the impact and the force in all the attacks. It's a really nice intro to her rage art too. Yeah, overall, they've done a good job of really underscoring the unique personalities of these characters, whether it's in their moveset, in their intros, in their win poses. We have so many evil, demonic characters in this series, and it's nice to see sort of the offset, the angelic character. And I like how she uses light to attack, and how her rage art is essentially purification and not so much like this belligerent onslaught of attacks that you might see with maybe a Brian Fury or a Negan or, you know, a Craig Marduk. So overall, nice video, nice reveal, nice character, trailer, reveal. I'd be interested to see what we get from here. I'm sure they'll do some more character reveals of characters that we already know that have been in the series forever. And I'd be interested to see if they release any new characters for Tekken 8. I'd be okay if they didn't, because they've done such a good job of making the old characters feel new. Also, I've been kind of unimpressed with Tekken's new characters since, like, Tekken 5. So, yeah, I'd be fine if they didn't release a new character at all with this next game. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.